Good afternoon, Prof. This video will cover question 3, which is the price per square meter of the flats, depending on the flat type that the users enter, and it will be filtered by story. So the first segment is to import the CSV file, which is the HDB sales CSV, and set up the file paths to read this file. So what I did was to import the CSV file and then define the get lower bound function, which actually helps to split the story string data from the word to convert the first part into an integer, because the format is the number to another number. So if this goes wrong, it will actually return a big number of 999,999 to bring the value to the bottom of the sheet. Next, moving on, the path to CSV is specified over here depending on my computer's file location, and the years that we are analyzing is defined as the past 5 years, which is the latest 5 years from 2021 to 2025. The data is then created as a list, and it will code the CSV file by looping the CSV file and populating every single row into the data list, except the header. So next, the second part is the main loop setup and the filtering of the data to compute the price per square meter. So what I did was to actually retrieve the user input by asking them to enter the flat type, and if they have nothing in it, we will then exit and break. However, if there is a number, then we will continue to loop it until they are done with the analysis. A data dictionary is then created in order to store the price per square meter values grouped by the story and the year. So the data is then filtered, and the rows that are not equal, the rows where year is not equal to 2021 to 2025, and if the flat type is not equal to what the user entered, we'll filter it out and continue. The calculations will then be done if there's at least one row matching the criteria. So if the story label of the data is not present, we'll create it, and if the year doesn't exist, we will set it to an empty list. So this price per square meter value will then be appended into this dictionary and populated while grouping them by story and by year. Last but not least, we'll then sort and print out the tables, and the additional analysis is actually the stories with the highest transaction counts, because this is an intuitive sensing to the market demand and will give the marketing director some directions for future marketing. Now let's take a look at how this actually works. So if I were to enter the flat type, for example, 4-room, and then I'll actually see the price per square meter by story and the insight summary, which is the average, before seeing the additional insights, which is the transaction volume by story range. And to find out that the most popular story category is 04 to 06 with 10,283 transactions. If I were to enter another one, this is what I will see. And once I press enter, I will then exit, and they will tell me that they're exiting and they will say goodbye. So one thing that I learned from this is actually the data aggregation into dictionaries, because it's very important for us to segment the data by the different conditions, and this will allow us to make stronger business insights. For example, like in this question where we actually segmented the price per square meter by the flat type and the story to give us more business insights in order to make better decisions in the future. Thank you.